Good morning, folks. This is Tony Melo with the Melo Properties team, Keller Williams. This morning you guys won't be seeing me. I'm basically taking a video of my computer screen. What we're going to be doing here is reviewing some of the emails that we typically send you guys as far as your searches. And some folks have asked us whether or not or how to navigate those screens and how to set up showings and how to set up their likes and so on and so forth. So we've decided to throw this together. Hopefully after you guys go through this, you'll have a little bit more of a better understanding on how to navigate that system. We ourselves are not experts at this particular end of the MLS. We're more on the realtor side. We typically don't go to what you guys are looking at, but we set ourselves up as clients so we can see what you guys are looking at, and to try to better service you guys by figuring out what you have to go through to look at these properties and set up showings and do what you guys do. So here we go. This is the typical email that you guys would be getting, and basically you've got your searches up top with the ID and password down below, just in case you have to log in to the system manually. Typically if you click on the link just below your listings for that day, you automatically log into the system. If not, then I'll show you both ways. This link here is the auto login. This link here is just in case the auto login's not working for whatever reason. Let's do this first, and then we'll come back and I'll show you guys that. So if you don't have anything active or on, just no tabs there, if you click on this link, it'll open up a window and it'll go to a login screen. It's asking for what you guys typically see everywhere else. It's an ID and a password. Going back to the email, excuse me, the ID, you can just copy and paste either this number or the email that's been set up. I'm going to just Control C for copy, head over, Control V for paste, automatically in there. The password 99.9% of the time is going to be ZEE, Z's first name, so ZEE. And again, if you go back to the email, you'll see that password was right there. You can copy and paste that and plug that right in. Hit sign in. Should go straight there. Okay, so the manual version of this works perfectly fine, and that's how you do it. I'm going to shut this down, and I'm going to click on this link, which is the auto login, and see if it does exactly the same thing without all that copying and pasting. Which it does. Okay, good. So basically this is the screen that you're going to see when you get into the system. It's got all the matches based on your current search criteria. Most folks, they give us kind of an idea of what they're looking for. We set them up in the system. However, as time goes on, things change. So when that does, you guys let us know what you do or don't want to see. If you're seeing a bunch of stuff in a particular town that you no longer have any interest in, you tell us and we modify the search, and this, as time goes on, gets better and better, and hopefully you get to something that is more and more useful as time goes on. We have developed a questionnaire that we try to push out to folks so that we get as much good information up front to kind of shorten the time frame that's necessary to get good property matches. That works well, but you know, again, as time goes on, even with the questionnaire, it still gets better as time goes on, because you're giving us a little bit finer detail on, I like this, I don't like this, I like this, so this is a great house but in a bad town, you know, so on and so forth. So alright, so you got, this is the basic user interface, what you're looking at, and you've got status, town, description, prices, and the date that you received it. Across the top, you're looking at a bunch of different controls. For example, the request a showing. If you look at this one, you say, "Ooh, that's nice, and that's nice. I want to go take a look at that. I want to send an email to Tony and Z to set up showings for those properties." You basically just click on the ones you like, hit request showing, and another window pops up, and I want to go see this property, you know, and then send requests, and we get emailed on that those showings, and we'll work on that as soon as we get them. What else is up here? You've got deletes. If you looked at this one, you said absolutely not, I couldn't care less, you know. Or, oh, here's another one, I really don't want to see that one anymore. You can click delete. It can be returned if you really want to. If you come back and say, I deleted one 2 days ago, I've changed my mind, I really want to see that one back, we can do that. But from here, basically, you kind of just filtering out the ones that you no longer want to see. These controls here go back and forth pages. So page 2, page 3, page 4. So you can cycle back through some of the stuff, the older stuff that you know what you want to see, but later on. So you can also change the how many you want to see per page, the 10, 20, 50, 100. I would recommend somewhere in the area of 20 to 50. Kind of 100 is a bit much on a screen. Go back and forth on, but that's you know, something that is an option on there for everybody. You can also sort these things, and you can sort them by date received, price, town, favorite. I'll show you guys that in a second. And status. Status being new or active or under agreement, so on and so forth. Alright, so let's actually, what we'll do is click on any one of these. At the top of this now, this is specific to that property. And hopefully you guys can see this. I might be able to have to zoom in, zoom out a little bit. Specific to the property, you got a feedback section up top here. Again, you can type in, I really like this property, please keep an eye on it, set up showings, let me know, or do some research and get back to us on you know, what the deal is. So you can send us information directly from here, feedback. You can do what is a star rating system, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stars, 5 stars. Obviously 1 star is I hate it, and it goes up to the point where I absolutely love it. This is important because it gives us a little bit of feedback on what your preference is. We keep records on this, and we watch it closely so that we can kind of get an idea of the direction that you're leaning in. It helps us modify your search to better find the properties that you're looking for. So that's a cool tool up there. This feedback, verbal stuff that you would send us, that's a cool tool. And you can also add this to your favorites. So if you click on this, your favorite has been updated. You'll see that little pop-up that comes up. What's nice about that is when you go back now, and this is that property. It's probably filtered to the back or to the front. Has been added. Go back. It's in, oh, you know where it is? It's a little further back on page 1. I was on page 3. So there you see the favorites, and I'm just adding more and more favorites. If someday you go through here and this little internet's going to take a little bit, struggling. If you have some favorites up here, some favorites down here, some favorites over on page 7, that's when you can filter. Click OK, go over here. You can filter by favorites. So you click on favorites, and now you've got all your favorites in one area. So even though you've got it a week ago, a month ago, 3 months ago, when you click it to your favorites, when you add it to your favorites, you can filter all those favorites up to the top. Now, just remember that when you